Picture waking up each morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and ready to carry you through whatever the day brings. What if I told you that 5 specific nutrients could be the difference between struggling with daily activities and maintaining the independence you've always cherished? Today, we're diving deep into the science behind leg strength in seniors, exploring nutrients that most people overlook, but that research shows can dramatically impact your mobility and quality of life. Stay with me until the end because the last nutrient I'll share might surprise you with its powerful effects on muscle coordination and balance. Magnesium stands as one of the most underestimated minerals for leg health, yet it orchestrates over 300 biochemical reactions in your body every single day. When you think about smooth muscle contractions and relaxation with every step you take, magnesium is working behind the scenes as the master regulator. This essential mineral supports endurance, reduces fatigue, and prevents those painful muscle spasms that can wake you up in the middle of the night. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that adults over 65 with higher magnesium intake experience 30% fewer muscle cramps and significantly better sleep quality. The most telling signs of magnesium deficiency include nighttime leg cramps and restless leg syndrome, conditions that plague millions of seniors worldwide. These nocturnal disturbances aren't just inconvenient, they signal that your body struggles to control muscle relaxation properly. For those suffering from involuntary muscle contractions or persistent tension, magnesium helps calm overactive nerve signals and prevents muscles from contracting unexpectedly. Beyond muscle function, magnesium plays a crucial role in bone density and joint health. While calcium often takes center stage in bone health discussions, magnesium ensures calcium functions properly by controlling where it goes in your body. This mineral directs calcium to your bones instead of soft tissues where it could cause joint pain and stiffness. Studies published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research demonstrate that seniors with adequate magnesium intake have stronger bones and lower fracture rates. Magnesium deficiency occurs rapidly due to stress, medications, and poor dietary habits, making it surprisingly common among older adults. Diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and various blood pressure medications are among the many treatments that deplete magnesium levels in seniors. Poor diets lacking magnesium-rich foods contribute to deficiency that silently erodes strength, endurance, and flexibility. This explains why many seniors notice a gradual but steady decline in their stamina, resulting in shorter walks, slower stair climbing, and general fatigue after even light exertion. Age isn't the only factor at play here. Inadequate nutrition significantly contributes to declining performance. Replenishing magnesium levels has immediate impact on leg health, relieving cramps, boosting energy, and restoring comfortable movement. Green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds, and legumes provide excellent sources of this vital mineral. Magnesium-rich foods include avocados, almonds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, black beans, and cashews. For those who can't get enough magnesium from food alone, supplements like magnesium citrate or the more easily absorbed magnesium glycinate can be beneficial. When magnesium levels are restored, an amazing transformation occurs, as previously weak and heavy legs respond with renewed vitality. People suffering from muscle cramps and stiffness report feeling significantly better, which improves both sleep and mobility. Magnesium regulates the neuromuscular connections that control stable movement, enhancing balance and coordination. Before we continue with the next nutrient, I want to ask you something important. If this information is helping you understand how to strengthen your legs naturally, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support helps us reach more people who need this vital health information, and together we can build a community focused on healthy aging. Vitamin B12 deserves special attention because it maintains the strength and precision of electrical impulses traveling down your spine and into your legs. Despite frequent discussions about protein and calcium for leg strength, few people understand the critical role vitamin B12 plays in neuromuscular function. Proper nervous system function depends entirely on this vitamin as it ensures clear communication between your brain and leg muscles. Muscle weakness, instability, and gradual loss of movement control can result from improper signaling when B12 is deficient. Legs that feel heavy and tired, often accompanied by numbness or tingling, are among the most common symptoms of B12 deficiency. Among seniors, vitamin B12 deficiency is surprisingly prevalent due to age-related changes in digestive function. Absorbing vitamin B12 is more complex than other vitamins because it requires a specific protein called intrinsic factor and sufficient stomach acid. Age-related declines in stomach acid production, along with gastritis, acid reflux, and long-term antacid use can further impair absorption. When you add the reality that many seniors eat diets low in B12-rich foods, a gradual but steady loss of this vital nutrient occurs. Feeling weak represents just one symptom of B12 insufficiency, while untreated deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage affecting reflexes, balance, and coordination. Many seniors experiencing walking difficulties, frequent falls, or simply feeling like their legs don't work as well as before are actually suffering from the neurological effects of B12 deficiency. The deterioration is usually so subtle that people accept it as a natural part of aging, even though it's completely preventable. Restoring B12 levels can dramatically affect energy and movement, which represents excellent news for struggling seniors. Research shows that when seniors address their B12 deficiency, their leg strength, endurance, and function all improve significantly. Unlike many other nutrients, vitamin B12 is virtually only present in animal products and cannot be obtained from plants. Lean meats, seafood, eggs, dairy products, and shellfish, especially mussels and liver, provide excellent sources. For people following plant-based diets or those with absorption problems, B12 supplements or fortified foods like cereals and plant milk become necessities. Since excess vitamin B12 is eliminated through urine, it's considered one of the safest supplemental vitamins available. Taking higher-dose B12 supplements or receiving regular injections can help many seniors, particularly those struggling to absorb it from diet alone. Regular blood test monitoring can maintain optimal levels and prevent the slow loss of leg function that commonly accompanies deficiency. The most important thing to remember is this: having strong legs involves more than meets the eye, as neurological efficiency, reaction time, and coordination are fundamental. Your legs won't respond properly to exercise unless your nerves fire correctly, making adequate B12 levels one of the most underestimated but powerful strategies for maintaining mobility and quality of life as you age. Potassium regulation becomes absolutely critical for preventing those sudden muscle cramps that can strike without warning. Imagine simply getting out of bed in the morning and instantly experiencing a leg cramp that stops you in your tracks. Low potassium levels can cause various symptoms, with muscle cramping being the most frequent and debilitating. Potassium maintains healthy fluid balance inside and outside your cells, making it an essential regulator of muscle activity. Leg cramps and other painful muscle contractions occur when potassium levels drop too low, disrupting normal cellular function. Beyond being an annoyance, severe cramps can be incapacitating for seniors who may already have diminished circulation or muscle mass. After standing for extended periods, have you ever felt your legs shake or experienced stiffness that makes walking difficult? Potassium facilitates smooth movement by transmitting signals sent from neurons to muscles throughout your body. Low levels make it harder for your brain to send clear signals to your leg muscles, which can make you feel weak, shaky, or have difficulty lifting your feet properly. All of this increases your probability of falling, and preventing falls represents the highest priority for senior safety. Surprisingly, potassium is essential for strong bones as much as it is for strong muscles by helping neutralize acidic substances in the body that can gradually reduce bone density. Research indicates that a potassium-rich diet can slow bone loss, which reduces the incidence of osteoporosis and maintains structural strength in your legs. Potassium isn't just important for muscle function, it also plays a role in maintaining joint health throughout your legs. The major concern now becomes ensuring adequate potassium intake to support your leg health effectively. Nature has blessed us with a wealth of delicious foods that are rich in potassium, and while bananas might come to mind first, they're truly just the tip of the iceberg. You can get substantial potassium from foods like avocados, spinach, beans, oranges, and sweet potatoes. A baked potato with skin actually contains more potassium than a banana, providing sustained support for your muscles and bones. Including a variety of these foods in your daily diet is important for stable support of your muscular and skeletal systems. Supplements might seem like a simple solution for people struggling to get enough potassium from food alone, but they require careful consideration. The daily recommended intake is 3,400 milligrams for men and 2,600 milligrams for women. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and legumes can generally provide this amount without supplementation. Those with kidney disease, hypertension, or other conditions affecting potassium levels should consult a physician to determine appropriate dosing for their individual needs. Vitamin K often gets overlooked when discussing bone health, Yet calcium and vitamin D won't be effective unless vitamin K is present to direct calcium deposits to bones where they belong. Rather than accumulating in arteries or soft tissues where it can cause stiffness, poor circulation, and cardiovascular disease, vitamin K ensures calcium goes to the right places like a traffic controller. This vitamin maintains healthy and mobile legs by directing calcium to appropriate locations throughout your skeletal system. This becomes especially important for seniors whose bone health, fracture risk, and overall bone strength improve significantly with adequate vitamin K intake, according to multiple studies. Vitamin K strengthens and densifies bones by activating osteocalcin, a protein that binds calcium to the bone matrix. However, vitamin K's function doesn't end with bone health, as it's also necessary for maintaining healthy joints and strong muscles. The importance of flexible joints and good muscles for maintaining healthy legs is often overlooked in health discussions. Research has demonstrated that vitamin K helps relieve knee stiffness, a common complaint among seniors, and reduces joint inflammation. This can slow the progression of osteoarthritis and maintain mobility for years longer than would otherwise be possible. If you experience knee pain or stiffness when getting up from a chair after sitting for long periods, vitamin K might be the supplement you need to relieve discomfort and maintain mobility. Weakness in leg muscles is associated with increased fall risk, poor balance, and walking difficulties that vitamin K can help address. New studies suggest vitamin K can help maintain muscle strength and coordination, especially in older adults. It accomplishes this by regulating intracellular calcium levels, which ensure proper contractions and prevent the clumsy movements that can cause instability. Vitamin K1, the most common form found in plants, is abundant in spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts, among other leafy green vegetables. Vitamin K2, on the other hand, appears in a more potent form in fermented foods like natto, aged cheese, and certain animal products like liver and egg yolks. Due to its longer half-life and improved ability to direct calcium from arteries into bones, K2 represents a particularly valuable nutrient. The best way to naturally boost your vitamin K levels is eating more leafy green vegetables and fermented foods. Just one serving of kale in a daily smoothie or a portion of sautéed spinach as a side dish can significantly improve your leg health. Supplementation might be an option for people whose digestive systems don't function properly or who take long-term antibiotics and therefore have difficulty absorbing vitamin K from food. However, exercise caution, as vitamin K is involved in blood clotting and can interfere with anticoagulant medications like warfarin. It's important to speak with your doctor before increasing your intake of this vitamin if you take blood-thinning medications. Calcium remains fundamental for leg strength because bone remodeling continues in young people, but as they age, their bone mass gradually decreases, leaving them more susceptible to fractures. The legs are particularly vulnerable to this process, with hip and femur fractures being among the most common and devastating injuries observed in seniors. When bones lack sufficient calcium, even a minor fall that wouldn't cause harm in younger years could result in months of healing time or chronic mobility problems. However, calcium is essential for more than just strong bones, as muscle contraction depends on it as well. The complex relationship between calcium ions and muscle fibers is fundamental to every movement from walking to standing up from a chair. Calcium ensures smooth movement by acting as a trigger for muscle contraction throughout your body. Insufficient calcium intake can cause muscle cramps, weakness, or inability to generate the force necessary for stability. This explains why calcium deficiency causes many people to experience weak muscles, slow movements, and frequent cramping in their legs. Milk, yogurt, and cheese rank among the best sources, but they're far from being the only options available. You can also get substantial calcium from foods like sardines, almonds, bok choy, kale, leafy green vegetables, tofu, and fortified plant-based products. Variety is essential for optimal bone maintenance and consistent absorption, so it's preferable to include various calcium-rich foods in your diet. Those who have calcium absorption difficulties or dietary restrictions may find that the amount of calcium they get from food alone is insufficient. Supplemental calcium, especially when paired with vitamin D, which increases the body's ability to absorb calcium, can be helpful in this regard. Nevertheless, there are cases where more isn't necessarily better, as excessive calcium, especially in supplement form, can cause digestive problems, kidney stones, and arterial deposits. Finding the right balance is essential, with the ideal daily calcium intake for seniors being 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams, achievable through a combination of natural foods and supplements if necessary. Beyond consumption, physical activity represents a critical component in calcium absorption and utilization. Walking, resistance training, and even light jogging are all examples of weight-bearing exercises that promote bone remodeling and help direct calcium to the areas of the body that need it most. No amount of calcium can fortify bones and joints if you don't move regularly to stimulate bone formation. Calcium deficiency weakens more than just bones, as it strips people of their freedom of movement, participation in activities they enjoy, and personal autonomy. A life of independence, stability, and self-confidence begins with bones and muscles supported by adequate calcium intake. Vitamin D represents the foundational nutrient to examine first because our bodies inevitably undergo transformations with age that affect how we process and utilize this crucial vitamin. This natural deterioration causes progressive loss of bone density and muscle mass, making previously simple activities increasingly difficult. Vitamin D deficiency constitutes one of the most overlooked causes of this decline, leading not only to bone fragility but also generalized weakness throughout the body. This vitamin plays an absolutely critical role in proper leg function, balance, and strength for seniors. Getting sufficient vitamin D through sun exposure becomes more difficult for aging skin, and the situation worsens because many seniors avoid going outside as much as before due to lifestyle changes, mobility difficulties, or concerns about skin damage. What's the result of this decreased exposure and reduced synthesis? Systematic weakness that gradually undermines muscles and makes legs unstable over time. Muscle weakness and increased fall risk in seniors are directly associated with low vitamin D levels according to extensive research. Repeated studies show that vitamin D helps prevent accidents and fractures by strengthening muscle fibers, improving coordination, and optimizing balance. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, individuals suffering from deficiency showed increased rates of muscle atrophy that made even fundamental tasks, like climbing stairs or rising from a chair, more difficult. While proper calcium absorption and bone health remain essential, vitamin D's benefits extend well beyond these areas into muscle function and neurological health. This supervitamin stimulates neuromuscular transmission and protein synthesis, two processes that directly affect muscle performance throughout your body. Think of it as a way to keep your leg muscles in peak condition, because without adequate levels, they struggle to perform optimally. Vitamin D is essential for maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers that are involved in balance and quick reflexes. Research shows these fibers help prevent falls by enabling legs to react quickly when balance is disrupted. Deterioration of these muscle fibers caused by insufficient vitamin D increases injury probability, weakens muscle contractions, and slows reaction times. Many seniors suffer from persistent pain and stiffness in their legs, but research has shown that vitamin D can help by reducing inflammation in muscle tissues. Optimizing vitamin D levels can provide considerable comfort for those experiencing regular leg cramps, stiffness, or unexplained pain. Neglecting vitamin D insufficiency can lead to several serious health complications extending far beyond weakened legs, with fractures and osteoporosis being the most frightening. Fragile bones are more likely to break if there isn't enough vitamin D in the body to absorb calcium properly. The ability to move and be autonomous could be severely compromised if even a small fall resulted in a broken bone. Vitamin D deficiency is associated with weakened immunity, cognitive decline, and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Beyond skeletal and muscular problems, seniors who don't get enough vitamin D may experience weak legs and increased risk of chronic disease, both reducing quality of life. Optimal vitamin D levels are simple to achieve and can have profound effects on health and well-being. Being outdoors in sunlight provides a natural boost by spending 15 to 30 minutes in direct sun, ideally in the morning or late afternoon. To get the maximum benefit, expose your arms and legs, but use caution with sunscreen application as it can inhibit natural vitamin D production. While it's not possible to meet daily needs through diet alone, including fatty fish, mackerel, sardines, fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms can help. A vitamin D supplement is crucial for many seniors, particularly those who don't spend much time outdoors. While higher dosages may be necessary for individuals with severe deficiencies under medical supervision, most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 international units per day for optimal bone and muscle function. A simple blood test can clarify any confusion regarding vitamin D levels, and deficiency testing is now commonly performed in senior patients due to this nutrient's importance for reducing fracture and fall risk. Most people don't realize how important vitamin B6, scientifically known as pyridoxine, is for maintaining strong legs and healthy muscles. While numerous nutrients assist with movement, vitamin B6 is particularly important for proper nerve function, muscle recovery, and efficient protein utilization for developing and maintaining muscle mass. Even the strongest muscles can atrophy without it, making simple movements like getting out of a chair or climbing stairs feel like difficult battles. The role vitamin B6 plays in nerve communication and coordination represents one of its lesser-known but crucial functions. A B6 deficiency can cause nerve signals to slow down or become misdirected, leading to tingling, numbness, and even unsteady gait. Many seniors mistake these symptoms for age-related muscle atrophy, when the underlying cause is actually a lack of nutrients necessary to support proper neuromuscular function. Preventing muscle fatigue related to inflammation represents another important role that vitamin B6 plays in maintaining leg health. Vitamin B6 helps regulate the body's inflammatory responses, resulting in reduced muscle pain and maintained flexibility and resilience. Increasing your vitamin B6 intake could be a game changer if you've been dealing with persistent stiffness or slow recovery after physical exertion. Beyond its role in skeletal muscle, vitamin B6 is essential for red blood cell synthesis, which carries oxygen throughout your body to fuel and maintain muscles with the endurance required for prolonged activity. If your hemoglobin levels are low due to B6 deficiency, your muscles may not receive enough oxygen, leading to early fatigue, heavy sensations, and decreased endurance. Experiencing excessive fatigue, even after brief periods of modest activity, may be your body's way of requesting more vitamin B6. B6 is fortunately abundant in many delicious and easily accessible foods, with great sources including chicken, fish, especially salmon and tuna, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified grains. Your neurological function and muscle strength can be supported by naturally replenishing your B6 levels through including these foods in your daily meals. For people with gastrointestinal problems, impaired nutritional absorption, or dietary restrictions, B6 supplementation may be required to achieve optimal levels. Seniors generally need about 1.5 milligrams of vitamin B6 daily for women and 1.7 milligrams daily for men, though this varies by age and gender. While getting enough B6 from food sources is generally safe, long-term misuse of high-dose supplements can cause nerve damage, so caution is important. The most effective approach is prioritizing a well-balanced diet abundant in B6 sources, ensuring a steady supply without unnecessary risks. Thank you for staying with me through this comprehensive exploration of leg-strengthening nutrients. If you found this information valuable for your health journey, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest health insights. Your engagement helps us create more content that can truly make a difference in people's lives. Share this video with family and friends who might benefit from these evidence-based strategies for maintaining strong, healthy legs as they age.